Right.
And she's not even touched with it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I said, look, I'm not even mad that the guy still put my lease up to November.
Dang.
November 31st, I said, well, I have to give you from the house. And I said, well, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And you ain't got no email. Yes, but anyway, I was so surprised that you have a,
Yeah. Yeah, they went up on my lease today. I went down there and checked the mail, and goddamn, they went up on mine by $75.
oh, that's what this is all about. Because see, when I first moved in there last year in October, it was $700 some for a one bedroom.
Yeah.
Well, since then they raised the price to $800 some.
Yeah.
And now they want housing, you know what I'm saying, to pay the 800 some. Or
Yeah.
whatever, you know what I'm saying, not the 800 some, but because I pay a certain percentage of it.
Yeah.
But they have to go through all this process, you know, to get them to know they need their opinion.
Right.
I already knew that, but you know what? It don't take no damn 3 months. It was very y'all got some kind of house.
Yeah, mine doesn't take effect until October. I think that's when I have to sign a new lease down here at the office in October.
Yeah, that's when mine was due, because I moved in October 4th.
Yeah.
You know, you come in early, you come out. Well, I had to get it made up, because I'm looking at that lease, and I'm reading it, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if I'm going to sign this or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she was in the middle of trying to trade somebody. I went over there trying to ask her, she was getting off. Read, and I thought, you know what? Take it out on me because, you know, hey, so I was like, damn, I'm not even mad about you. You know, I don't know how houses work. You know what I mean? Because they could probably like, well, how come she moved in November, but she got it another lease, but she got it for, she can't move out of here until November of next year.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're going to do about this. May approve it, they may not.
Right.
You don't need to change up quick just because you want to change it up.
Yeah.
These managers sometimes do correct.
Yeah, the one we got down there now, Mr. Eric, he's a big old half Indian Mexican fella. But he's actually a homosexual.
Yeah, I think I met him before when I was in the
But he's actually a real nice fella if you talk to him. You know, he likes somebody to talk to him. But I went down there and paid my rent today. And he sure likes to try to keep me in there talking to him. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
If I'm going in fixing something that's talking to me, what am I supposed to do? Tell them to go to hell and move on? I'm not like that. I'm not weak.
Right.
So it's not like I'm doing it and I'm not listening to that. I'm in there teaching something. You know what I'm saying? Well, these women in the audience getting mad told him, you don't conversate with these presidents. And he's like, why? Well, because that's not your job.
Yeah.
So he told me, he said, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life. So I'm supposed to be rude like this? That's why all these residents out here complain about this.
Yeah.
Because they're so disrespectful and rude and hateful.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying? I just believe in, you know, being nice and friendly to people. What do you get out of being hateful to people? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anyway, they try to get on me, and I tell them about themselves. And he said I had to tell them straight about themselves.
Yeah.
No, you're not gonna stop me from, you know what I mean? Because that's bullshit.
Right.
And
Yeah, these mosquitoes are getting bad out here.
then they got another dude. He's an older white gentleman,
Yeah.
and he just does certain things. And I walked up to him one day to try to get him to do something. He was looking at me. He's ready to go. Basically saying, "Excuse you."
Yeah.
And I thought, well, he's not very nice.
Yeah.
I said, okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Walked off.
Right.
So,
How about that?
I think that's what sometimes you get nice man do it. Sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Well, you know that one woman I was talking about that used to be here.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to live in our apartments.
That lady that, y'all think this was her name? She said find out this answer.
Oh, the manager.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she found out she had cancer, breast cancer and liver cancer and bladder cancer. She had like 3 or 4 different cancers. She found out, so she had to quit being a manager over here. Yeah. But yeah, that lady was a bitch. She sure was. But come to find out, she said that she had, found out that she had bladder cancer, pancreatic cancer, breast cancer, and lung cancer, I think. And she said she found that out just by going in and getting screening. Yeah, that's a lot to deal with. Well, I knew a guy at church over here. It was one of the pastors, and he was the guy that taught the class that I was in at church. And we went and played golf out here. And then the next couple of weeks after that, I ended up going with him to a Amish restaurant. And then between not going back for a while, like 2 or 3 weeks, and then going back later, he found out that he had pancreatic cancer, liver cancer, lung cancer, intestinal cancer, colon cancer, which he passed away now. He's not alive anymore, and he was in his late 60s. I think he was like 68 years old. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that cancer stuff will get you. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I am. I just wanted to help my brother, and we ain't got to spend. We're real brothers. He's my real little brother. But the people that's around us, they've kind of been saying the same thing about me and my dad growing up, that we couldn't get along. And my dad was hit by a drunk driver, so he had like brain injury and stuff like that. And then all I wanted to do was help my brother, get on his feet and try to keep him out of trouble. And he, like I said, he's not here anymore. He ended up going back to Oklahoma City. But he had got ants in his pants, Wanted to go night fishing, stayed up all night, went night fishing. And then it just, turned into that fidgeting type of argument where somebody gets up and they walk out. And of course, I'm still going to try to help him later, because he ain't got no driver's license, and I'm going to try to help him get his driver's license back and, try to get him cleared up off of this fucking police situation he's on. But that's I try to be as nice as I could to him, but the way that he kept responding to me was like I couldn't get a response out of him, and then everything that I said was kind of like that back talk, how you backtracking, responding to somebody. And that's kind of how it was. And So he ended up making the choice to leave. But my grandma, all she could say is the same thing she was telling my dad, or the same thing anybody else in this family circle has been telling people, and that's that we can't get along. We're too much like our dad and we can't get along, or your sons are too much like you and you can't get along with them. And that's pretty much all that's been said, you know. So that's where we're at now. And, you know, I just want to help him later on. And it's tough out there in the city. Wear you out. It's tough out there. All I was trying to do is get him to get a goddamn job, or get him to start looking for a job. And, you know, for me, I'm on Social Security now. And then, you know, this money that I'm going to get, if I do get some money from this car wreck, you know, I'm investing it in my financial stability. And then I'm going to go spend my money on getting a job. I'm investing it in myself, you know, to get myself off of this stuff, because at the end of the day, I got to go to the Mayo Clinic. They got one in Arizona, they got one in Florida, and they got one in Oregon. Well, I ain't going to Oregon and I ain't going to Arizona, so I'm going to go to Florida. Try to get some surgery done, but I'm going to have to pay for it out of pocket. And it looks like there ain't no better time than now to do that. So that's what I'm going for. But it really kind of got on my nerves whenever this last morning I heard him talking to somebody on the phone. And, you know, I'm constantly talking to him about getting a job, but he's going to say to the guy on the phone, hey, man, why don't you just come pick me up? I'll come over there and do whatever you need me to do if you'll just feed me. And that just pissed me off. So, you know, once I told him that, I said, man, you got to be the stupidest son of a bitch to be sitting here with a 10-year suspended, a warrant out for your arrest, and no money in your pocket. So I just tried to give him all I could, you know. And I planned on putting some money in his pocket, but he didn't give me enough time to go get a car so I could go to get some money to put in his pocket, you know. But that's my full-blooded little brother. He's the only real brother I got. Of course, I got other brothers and sisters, but they're my half-brother and sister. But we didn't grow up together. We grew up together, pretty much on and off until we was about 9 years old, 9 and 10 years old. And then from 10 years old on, I ended up leaving and going up to Oklahoma City and setting a bad example for everybody, you know, trying to be a gangbanger and whatnot. And of course I was good at it, but I set a bad example. And that's what he's trying to act like now. You know, he's getting out there and in with the wrong crowd and doing stupid stuff. And, you know, you definitely don't want to go to prison for 10 years on anything. So I plan on trying to help him get his life on the right track, because all it takes is money. That's all it takes in the court system to get yourself better healthy, get yourself comfortable, better living. All it takes is money. A little bit of money goes a long way, is what they say. But $20,000, I'm pretty sure I'll eat all that up in 4 or 5 months just going to the grocery store. I spend a whole lot of money at the grocery store. Sometimes. But yeah, you just got to help the loved ones that you care about. You just got to help them and guide them in the right path. But people that use drugs and people that are not healthy and don't want to be healthy and they just want to be lazy, have that black cloud floating over them, they're always going to be the people that you can't trust, and you dang sure don't want to bring them around anybody that they could influence, because they're always going to be blurting out just a bunch of drama. Just all the time. Just blah, 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 blah. So that's what I've been dealing with throughout my family, or any of this stuff. Like I said, my dad was injured. You know, he was on Social Security trying to raise two of us. And, you know, we got a bad deal. And then growing up and having a child, trying to be a man and take care of a child, and then my mom having some sort of restaurant / business, and then her fiance or whatever he was, he always used to beat me up or get drunk and fucking try to beat me up. And well, whenever I end up having this child with this woman, you know, they just kind of blocked us out. They would feed anybody off the street, but they wouldn't let me work there. They wouldn't let me come in there and eat no food. It's just stuff like that for a long time. And then now, you know, my dad's passed away at 54 years old. Brother's got 10 years suspended over his freaking head like a goddamn idiot. My mom's up there in Moore, Oklahoma, smoking meth somewhere like a goddamn idiot. And Granny over here, my grandmother, she's 78 years old. She's always had a job. She's always been working. She's always had a job. And she's trying to make her mind up to move out of where she's living and move into her own apartment. But people are just weird. They do weird stuff. Yeah. That was an old one, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they ain't cheap. Ain't nothing really cheap unless you go to work at the end of the year, file those taxes. Pay taxes and file those taxes. Pay them taxes. Yeah. Yeah.
Not letting it take us in a negative way, and I get it sometimes that's hard. But like you choose these able to consider the rest of your life and angry, and you choose to make some change in your life and be more positive and with more peace. And I always say I don't want to die angry and bitter. You know, when I die, I like to die peacefully. You know.
Yeah.
My time in my life, and I was like, I ain't got time for that.
Right.
Well, you know, you can't make sense to other people. I just pray for other people and move on.
Yeah.
Everybody has their ups and downs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, these plants did really good this year. I've got 20 jars. I got 15 jars of pickles, and I got 5 jars of jalapenos. Did pretty good. And then right now I got 12 cucumbers on the vine right now over there. And then I got another 3 pounds of jalapenos between these 6 plants, and this plant right here is doing the best. It's probably got 1.5 pounds of jalapenos on it. So that's another, and this banana pepper, it's doing real good. It's got banana peppers all over it. But the star of that garden this year has been the mint, spearmint, peppermint, and lemon balm. So that stuff's really good for you. It's really good for your stomach pains and cramps like that. Anything got to do with your stomach or lungs. So this stuff is, I'm actually about to cut down them 2 jalapeno plants right there. I'm just gonna cut them down because it's done fell over and it's blocking all of that peppermint, spearmint, so it's keeping light off of it, so it's not trying to grow back fast enough. So I gotta come out here tomorrow and cut them down. That way I can enjoy the rest of this lemon balm, spearmint, peppermint before summer's out. Cause it's really, really good stuff for you. It helps you relax. You know, it's a mood booster. All that good stuff. Yeah, but I thought that was really cool that a little bit of black molasses and Miracle-Gro in water turned that plant into a freaking giant.
It did too. I mean, it's grown.
Yeah.